Alright, finally recording for the Scrambler. I want to say we picked it up about a month ago and we've been waiting for parts. We put up the first video, which really just showed us picking it up because we kind of just sent it and went and got it. I will say this is obviously our first time doing this, and next time we will just pay for shipping, because at the end of the day it was the same amount of money to drive out there, get an Airbnb, food. It was fun. It was, you know, we had a good time, but it was a long drive. So next time we won't be doing that. We will be shipping it. So we haven't done a whole lot. All you guys have seen is us getting it into here. But now we ordered a lot of stuff, and we have the new forks, new rim. I want to do a walkthrough and just explain everything that's broken. OEM and the previous owner, we actually spoke to him. Shout out to that guy. He is okay. He broke his leg, and he was cool because we got to, you know, he told us what he had done to the bike, its last service. So that was good. We got more information on the bike, and yeah, it was just, his name was on the title, and we searched him on Instagram, and he was the first one to pop up. And his second to last picture on his profile is him in the hospital talking about, you know, how he crashed the bike. So yeah, I am hoping, I want to pull the forks off right now. I'm going to jack this up. I'll show you guys. So I mean, honestly, like, I'll do a quick walkthrough here. Things that snapped and need to be fixed. Obviously, this got destroyed. Front forks, new front rim. I don't know if this rotor's damaged. Once we get it off, we'll be able to, you know, make sure it's not bent or anything. We may just get a new one anyways. So that's got to go. This tire, it looks okay. There's a little tear right here. I don't know if it's gonna seal. It should. We're gonna try it. If not, we'll get a new one. It is what it is. So the bike, he got hit on this side, I guess, and he went that way and dropped it on the right side. He said he was going through an intersection and some lady made an illegal turn and hit him. Something, that's what he said. So the exhaust is okay. We took that off. That's up there. It's a little dirty, but we already have new parts for all that. The tank has some scratches on it. We are going to repaint that. The seat's fine. That stuff's all up there. The slip-on, unfortunately, this Termi is very expensive and it's destroyed. There's a nice dent in it and it's shot. So I don't know if you can see what's going on in that corner, but there's a lot of boxes there. Because we already ordered. I don't want to order anything else until we, you know for sure that the motor's good. We did start it. In the first video, you could see that we started it. We only ran it for a second. It fired right up. The kid who had it, owned it previously, he said it was only sitting at that yard at the Copart for like a month or two, 2 months, 3 months maybe, tops. So it wasn't sitting that long. And yeah, I mean, the battery wasn't dead. It fired right up. So that's a good sign. But we didn't want to run it long. We shut it off. And we're going to be doing fluid changes in the next video probably. But I want to get these forks off and the new ones on. So we ordered we lucked out, honestly. Those forks, if you go OEM, for one tube with all the part components inside, not even counting the clamps and stuff, That's like $700 per side from OEM. So we found, this is a 2016, these are 2019 front forks from an 800 Gable. We found them on eBay. We got them for, I want to say, $800 plus shipping. So we saved money, but those were the only ones on there. If we didn't jump on those, we might not have found, we would have been trying to, you know, do something more custom, maybe not using scrambler forks. But we got those. We got a new rim. What else? There's some stuff in here that I'm not going to show yet. New slip-on. The chain doesn't need to be changed. It could probably be cleaned up, but it is like really rusty and it's kind of shot. So we ordered a new one, and we're going to change that out. The back rim, I do have a new back rim because the guy we ordered from on eBay would only sell me both. They were cheap, so we have both. Whichever one we don't use, we'll either save or we'll sell. I think the new one I have is cleaner, so we may swap it. And the back tire, I think, is fine. It just needs to be scrubbed in a little bit. So yeah, other things that got damaged. The heel guard on the right side. So that's this piece. This is completely snapped. You can see that. The mount for the instrument cluster, which is also the lower bar mount that sits on top of the triple clamp. That snapped. So I ordered all the OEM stuff we need. The headlight mount, this snapped. Right in here. That's all broken. This is obviously, this caliper's good, but this is from the old fork. It snapped off. That's garbage. As of right now, everything is ordered except for the new headlight. And there was one other thing. The front fender. I didn't order that yet. So technically, I'm waiting on stuff to come, but once everything's here, we can get it all back together, change the fluids, and get it running. And I will say the other thing is we are going a different route with this. Obviously, like, I don't know if you see that right there. I got new bars for it. We're doing more than we need to do, and we're spending more than we need to spend, but we've all accepted that at this point. We're not too worried about the budget on this. We're kind of just doing, we're having fun here. So we have a lot of the stuff in those boxes are things we did not need by any means, but we ordered anyways because we want the bike to look more custom and be cool. So we are going with a totally different look here, kinda. The tank's gonna get sprayed. We got some carbon fiber coming because I love carbon fiber. And we're gonna do, I want to black this thing out. Not totally sure which way I want to go with it, but it's gonna be black with small gold accent pieces. And it's gonna look good. And we'll see what happens. I mean, I want it to look badass, so we're not really holding back, I don't think, on anything. We're kind of just going for it. So I'm gonna jack this up and slide these out. So let's see how that goes. Give myself a smile on the real ones. Coming in the way, come between us. Greatness is pretending there's no ya. If you don't believe in me, then I'll show ya. You can hold us down for mistakes you made. Running, taking L's, always getting pace. Moving like we're ninjas, we don't leave a trace. So those are off, and they are botched. I tried taking the axle out and pulling the rim, which I still have to do because, I don't need to. Like, I just realized too, the speed sensor for the ABS, this ring, I don't know if you can see that, that's bent, so I need a new one of those, which I didn't realize. I'm just gonna end up getting a new rotor because this one's probably not good. It's probably, it might be, and I could still pull it, but the problem is everything in here bent, so the axle is like when you look down it, you can see that it's not straight. I don't know if you can look through there. It's not gonna come out. So I think we're gonna end up swapping this whole thing. I don't see the point in trying to reuse these at this point, since they were in an accident. I mean, they seem fine, but because all of this was bent, even up here, I think we're better off just changing all of it, since we got, and that's cleaner, it's newer. Might as well swap it. So yeah, that's off. I am probably gonna wait for the other guys to get here, put the rest on, so I don't get yelled at. Why didn't you wait? But yeah, that's off, so just gotta get the rest off and swap it over and go from there. So I got this clamp off. Everything lines up fine. I need my partners here to help me. So yeah. These things are so, like, this guy's leg snapped, just like this fork snapped. And we're leaking everywhere. Alright, so I didn't wait for the guys. I just couldn't. These bars are gonna look so good. But just that's a little sneak peek. So yeah, this is on, but I need to look up some torque specs. Make sure everything's torqued properly. Yeah, it looks good. Everything fits fine. I was a little worried at first because it was, 3-year difference between the two, but everything's exactly the same. They didn't change a single thing on these from 16 all the way to 19. The front end is exactly the same. So that's all I'm gonna do for today. I want to get Nick and German here. I want them to help me with the rest, but for now I'm gonna leave this like this, and I gotta look up torque specs. So we will go from there.